Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
If you're a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you know that there is a very high likelihood that we're going to see some characters from the X-Men Fox universe make their way into the MCU in one way or another. Now, we've been talking about this for a very long time. There's been a ton of speculation and leaks as to what's happening and when things are happening, ranging from when we're going to see a Deadpool cameo post-credit scene, which we talked about not too long ago, possibly coming up in the new Doctor Strange movie. However, we have more leaked information coming out that suggests that we might be getting something a little bit different than what we had initially expected. Now, this information is coming from an article by We Got This Posted, which actually suggests that moving forward in the MCU, they actually might be doing a fresh reboot of the Deadpool character as we know him, mostly because the universe that exists in Fox's X-Men doesn't necessarily mesh with the laws of time travel that is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. However, if they choose to change up the Deadpool, it would be a variation that is very similar to the Deadpool from the Fox universe, but it would not be the same Deadpool from Deadpool 2 specifically. Now, this is really interesting because this is very out there and this could get really confusing very easily if this is the route that they choose to go, splitting Deadpool up into two distinct characters that exist in their own right. What the article goes on to suggest is that in the post-credit scene of Doctor Strange, if this post-credit scene ends up existing, Deadpool from the Fox universe, the same one that we've seen in the films already, would have some sort of appearance. However, whatever happens in that post-credit scene or whatever we see in the MCU later on would be a different version of Deadpool that draws from a lot of the timeline theories established in Avengers Endgame and wouldn't be able to tie back together to the main Deadpool character that we would see a small appearance to in the multiverse movie. Then, depending on how they decide to plan things later on, we would either see a new standalone Deadpool 3 movie, which would continue the main story from Deadpool 2 and exist in its own universe the way that it already has existed. However, a different Deadpool, still starring Ryan Reynolds, would also exist in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and would just fit into that universe without necessarily having these two universes cross over directly. It would just be kind of a passive nod that yes, Deadpool from Fox exists, but no, he's not in this universe, which essentially means they would almost reboot the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool character if they choose to go down this route by making a version where the events of Deadpool 2 specifically did not happen. Now, it's still vague as to whether or not they would accept Deadpool 1 or use Ryan Reynolds to kind of reboot the character again, but in the MCU. However, it does seem like at least the first film is still on the table, but where they're going to pull this alternate reality Deadpool from is still up in the air. So we wanted to turn this around to you guys. This is really interesting to us. It's completely different than what we expected to happen, but do you like this idea of them continuing the Deadpool movie as is in its own self-contained X-Men universe and then kind of copying and pasting a version of Deadpool into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but they don't interact at all and there's no crossover between these films? Or do you wish that it would be a full-on crossover where by the time we get a new Deadpool movie, that's the same Deadpool that has been in all of the events from the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Let us know what you think though in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on, and we'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye guys.
I'm about to.
Hi everybody.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.
Know anybody?